What's up, everybody? This is Lazy Nova, and I have returned. The fucking throat infection that has plagued my life for what felt like a month now has finally fucked off. And now I can go back to recording videos. If you saw the life update, you would see I had multiple video ideas. One of them was Shida Ryusei being the main character of Blue Lock, but I thought it would have been more interesting for Rin to be the main character in a what-if scenario. And that's more so because he's kind of getting silent. I don't like the way Rin is kind of being written. He's kind of written to be sort of codependent on Asagi. If you saw, I think it was chapter 351, you'd see that, Rin can only grow if he's attached to Asagi. And I don't know. I don't really like that, especially since Nagi, one of my favorite characters, he fucked off because he was too codependent on Ryo. But it's okay for Rin. I don't know. I just didn't like that. I understand it, but I just didn't like it. And I also think Rin would be a much more interesting character, and so would Blue Lock if we go into Rin being the main character. Because Blue Lock isn't just a sports anime. If you watch the series, you would know it's a little bit about self-discovery. I just realized my drawer is fucking broken. Holy shit! How the fuck did that happen? Sorry. Wow. I need to get that fixed immediately. Holy shit. I'm gonna stop the exposition here and just I gotta do the YouTube thing. It's mandatory for all YouTubers like me to ask this of you. So bear with me before we. Okay, God, I'll say it. Fuck. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and share the video to all your friends. If you hate the video, share it to your enemies so they can suffer with you. I stole that one from Fourth Snake. Make sure you sub to my channel if you enjoy my yapping. And without further ado, let's get into this what if. We start our story off with Rin staring at a letter from the Japanese Football Union. Itoshi Rin, congratulations. After extensive analysis of your performances, instincts, and potential, you have been hand-selected as one of the 300 most promising young strikers in Japan. This is not an honor, it is a challenge. The rest of the letter wasn't worth remembering. Just another unknown football project with an over-dramatic invitation. At first, he felt a fire ignite in him, thinking that this was an invitation to join the U20 Japan team. But no. Just a project with no real chance of helping him succeed in his life mission. Currently, he was busy dribbling a soccer ball against an invisible foe, a phantom in the shape of Itoshi Sai, his dear older brother. He felt a vein pop onto his forehead as he began to shadow play against this phantom. Lukewarm, the phantom echoed in Rin's mind. Rin frustratedly clicked his tongue on the top of his mouth as he rammed his foot under the ball and flicked it over the phantom, jumping up and blasting the ball over it into the net. Yet the phantom didn't disappear immediately. It stared, the same emotionless, taunting eyes that had haunted him for all his life. You're nothing more than a nuisance, the phantom taunted before disappearing, leaving Rin alone to wallow in his rage. He beat the damn phantom, and yet it still had the damn gall to spew out some bullshit to him. Still not enough, Rin grumbled out with barely concealed anger. His obsession would have continued had his phone not rung. His anger now metamorphosized into annoyance, going to grab the ball and his phone, seeing that it was his dear mother calling him. What could she want? Hey. Rin, it is 8 p.m. I told you to come back at 6. Sorry, I was busy training. The mom sighed, clearly annoyed and used to her son's obsessive training regiment. I'm coming to pick you up. Have you thought about that program? Rin immediately remembered the letter he got. A little bit. What do you think, Mom? Well, Sai joined multiple soccer programs. This one could be yours. Rin once again felt his mood darken. His eyebrows twitched violently as the words echoed in his mind. You'll never catch up. Such innocent words and encouraging words morphed into degrading sentences in his mind. Plus, it sets up 300 strikers. You could really grow there, Rin. That's a big if. Do you think Sai got as strong as he did by hesitating, Rinny? Rin sucked his teeth, feeling his ears turn red at the stupid nickname his mother refuses to stop calling him. He heard a small giggle from her end, likely hearing his frustration. Well, the nickname and the mention of Sai, but she didn't need to know that last bit. So you're saying I should take it? Yes, and if you don't, well, let's be honest, you're skilled enough to join the Japan U20 team, she said encouragingly. Rin stared at the soccer ball. Maybe, just maybe, this program, Blue Lock, if it made him stronger, he'd use it. If it didn't, well, he'd simply leave. It's not like they could just keep him there, is it? A day passed, and Rin found himself in the Blue Lock facility. A man named Jinpachi Ego called it. Back at the JFU building, he spun one hell of a speech, one enough to fire Rin up and make him join the program. After arriving at the facility, he was forced to give up all of his personal items and wear a uniform with a number and a letter on a pentagon symbol on his right shoulder. V221. He didn't know what these symbols meant, but he had a feeling that he was about to find out soon enough. He stood in the empty room, looking around and assessing the room. It was covered in steel plates, with the floor being a cold steel. The area of the room had the same dimensions of a penalty box in a soccer field. Rin would be lying if he said he wasn't interested, but now he was just kind of bored. But he was the first one here, so what could you expect? For now, he simply awaited for new people to come. Soccer needed 11 people to function after all. He sat down and closed his eyes, beginning to meditate while waiting. 10 minutes later, 11 people had entered, which was strange. Soccer was a game of 11, so why were 12 people here? Not to mention, all of them looked rather dull. Were these the people that were meant to challenge him? Done changing, you unpolished gems? A voice cut through the room alongside Rin's meditation. They all turned to the big screen TV above them, seeing the mastermind of Blue Lock, Ego Jinpachi. Hey, I see you're done. Well then, let's not waste any time. The people in this room are your roommates and your rivals. Your potential has been judged and ranked. The number on your uniform is the place among the 300 players in the facility. Use it to know where you stand. Ego wasted no time in establishing the rules of Blue Lock. Rin looked at the pentagon symbol, shock running through his body. He was ranked 221 from 300 players? Who the hell ranked me this low? A new form of anger bubbling in him, before it quickly dissipated. There were others stronger than him? Was that even possible? Could Blue Lock actually make him stronger? Don't chase after me. He once again heard the echo of his brother's voice. He clenched his fist, shoving the nails in the palm of his hands. Frustration hid the twinge of excitement buried deep in him. Rin couldn't even focus on the rest of Ego's speech. His mind raced with ideas on how to train harder, rage, and even the taunting, emotionless voice of Itoshi. So tepid. You'll never be enough. Are you okay, Itoshi? A new voice entered his mind. He blinked in surprise, looking up from his ranking to see a cyan-haired boy, staring at him with slight concern on his face. How lukewarm. As if he needed that shit right now. Well then, it's time for a game of tag. Before Rin could respond to the boy's concern, a ball had dropped from the ceiling. The time limit is 136 seconds. The player with the possession is it. Whoever is it when the time runs out can get the fuck out. The TV screen switched from Ego's unnerving face to a screen with a time limit, a rank number, and an avatar of the player in the room. Rank 232, Reggie Haragi. A boy with long brown hair and pale pupilless eyes and 2 beauty marks under his eyes. Oh, me? He said, weirdly calm despite the situation he was in. Tag is but one of the many exercises pro players use to warm up with. This egoism test I have devised will provide great insight into the selfishness behind the strikers. Prepare an attack. This could be your last chance of touching a soccer ball again. Ego spoke threateningly as the timer began to count down. Haragi looked around, assessing the players with an unnerving smile, walking up and placing his foot on the ball. Fortune says it isn't my time. Unfortunately, it is one of you who will leave this facility, never to touch a ball again. His eerily calm voice was the final straw as chaos unfolded. Players scattered, and Haragi chased after them. Rin watched with an uninterested expression, one that had boredom inscribed into it. He watched as Haragi slammed the ball into someone, too slow and lukewarm to dodge. Rin leaned against the wall, looking at the timer. 1 minute and 17 seconds left. He looked back to see the cyan boy from earlier had been tagged. Looking at the screen, he saw the boy's name, Yo Hiyori. Ah, shit, the boy grumbled as Rin took notice of his strong Kansai accent. He watched with laced interest as the tall boy kicked the ball towards two boys who managed to dodge. He already sucked his teeth in frustration as he ran after another player. Rin rolled his eyes and closed them, hoping to be left alone from this dumb and boring test. Pathetic. None of them could even hit a stationary target. Is this really Japan's top 300? What a joke, he thought as he felt the air shift ever so slightly. He opened his eyes to see the ball flying towards him. His eyes narrowed as he trapped it with his chest, becoming it with 30 seconds left. He walked forth as he heard others whispering conspicuously. What? Itoshi? Rain Itoshi? That sounds familiar. Isn't that Sai's brother? Didn't New Gen 11 midfielder? That monster has a brother? Slowly, Ren's anger began nipping at him. Sai Itoshi, brother of Sai, brother of the New Gen. Just stay in my shadow, where you belong, Ren. His face morphed into the smallest expression of anger as he went to kick the ball, only for someone to come in front of him, stopping himself from shock at someone's audacity. 15 seconds left. Well, an Itoshi. This place sure just got interesting. What's it to you, lukewarm? Hey, relax. I just want to have a nice relationship with you, since we'll be stuck here together. Hiragi bragged with 7 seconds left. Ren didn't respond. He ignored the weirdo and watched everyone panic as he calculated. He decides who exactly to eliminate: breathing, footwork, and posture. Only one player lacked all these essential skills. Ren kicked the ball past Hiragi, slamming the ball against the face of player 231, Sakamoto Natsuki. With 3 seconds left, player 231, a random player who had done absolutely nothing wrong, but then again, absolutely nothing at all, became it. The timer ran out with Egon once again appearing on screen. Congratulations, you lumps of talent. For those who survived, of course. As for you, 231 Sakamoto Natsumi, lock off! And this is where I'm gonna end part 1. A little exposition dump, a little prologue here, just to get people interested into the story. To see what people think of a potential Ren main character story. I kind of want this to be sort of the first selection will be more of a psychological arc than a discover your weapon arc like it was for Asagi, because Ren already knows his weapons and all that. But this one, because we need to make a Ren interesting, I'm establishing some ground rules. One, Ren is going to have a companion of sorts. It would be very, very boring in a what if the main character was a lone wolf the whole time. I'm sorry. It's just going to happen. Ren is going to have friends, even though in canon, well, like 2-3 friends maybe at best. So just, remember that. Ren is going to have friends. He's going to be more talkative. And he is going to be changed up a bit to be more main character-y, if you understand. Excuse me. But yeah, this was part 1. Hopefully part 1. If you guys want to see more, let me know in the comments. Let me know what I can work on, because I want to keep doing this. Let me know what other types of what if you want to hear. If you want to hear my opinion on something, I don't know why the fuck you would, but hey, you have the option to comment that in the comment section. Yeah, without anything else to do, I'm out of here. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share. Subscribe, sub if you enjoy my yapping for whatever god-awful reason. My phone died as I was about to say bye to y'all, so yeah, bye. I'll talk to y'all later.